Hello, everybody. I know that you guys hear that music. I just had my wife playing around and listening as I went live, let me know that you could hear it. And she said most definitely, so I am happy about that. Who out there can chime in the comments and let me know whose music that was? All right? Person that can do that, if you can tell me who you are with your chat, put something in the chat. Let me know whose music that was, and I've got a gift for you. I'm going to just put it out there like that. We're going to start the show off just like that. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome. This is DJ Doc, and I'm so glad you were able to make it to Straight Talk with DJ Doc. I have a wonderful guest, and I'm going to be bringing him on in just a minute. But you know we always talk a little bit about health real quick. I got to let you know that they did approve the Pfizer vaccine. Okay, the FDA approved it. So for all of you that were out there saying, hey, you know what, it's not approved, I'm not getting it, just know that it is approved now. All right, some of the other vaccines should be approved within the next week to next couple of months. So make sure that you're paying attention to that. I want to just put it out there real quick. Make sure you're wearing your masks. We still got to defeat COVID, okay? That's one way to do it. Washing your hands 20 seconds or longer. Okay, or less rather, and also make sure that you're still doing some social distancing. All right, I want everyone to be safe. That's the nurse part of me. I can't help it. All right, so make sure that you guys are doing that so you can be safe. Okay, and I see that. Hey, Marsha Brown, I want to say hello to you and let you know that yes, Marsha, you are right. That is Mr. Jay White. I'm going to say that you were a concert or two or got his music because you knew who that was. Or you might have seen who we had as a guest today. I don't know. Either way, you won yourself a free travel website. Yeah, I'm going to make sure that I get to you. I want you to make sure that you send me a message through Messenger so I can remember who you are, Marsha Brown, all right? You won that, and you'll be able to save up to 35% whenever you travel, all right? Just want to put that out there. Okay, so let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. Sorry, you'll probably hear my two big German Shepherds in the background. They want to take the time now to play. They weren't doing nothing when I was setting up, but now they want to take the time to play. All righty, so Marsha was right. Our guest for today is Mr. Jay White. He is a songwriter, producer, and musician who commands your attention with amazing soulful sounds. Now, I was just at a concert that this man put on a couple of weeks ago, all right, and it was a tribute to Marvin Gaye. Talk about beautiful. It was fantastic. But just listening to him for the first time, you sense his passion. He is a fearless, determined, talented young artist. And with the release of his latest EP entitled Fearless, it will only be a matter of time before this dynamic young man becomes a household name. Right now, everyone, I want you to help me bring to the show Mr. Jay White.
John, what's going on?
How you doing, sir?
I am good, man. I appreciate you for having me on.
Oh, no problem. I'm glad that you're here. I just had to say, I'm just going to put this out there before we start. Facebook, you can't ban any of this music because the man that's sitting here, it's his music, all right?
Yes, sir.
Jay, do I have permission to play your music?
You have my full permission to play my music now and the next day.
All
It's all
right,
good.
there it is, Facebook. Y'all better leave my music alone. I'm just telling you, let the people enjoy, let them have some fun. We're going to enjoy the smooth sounds and everything else today while we do the interview and whatnot. And, you know, I started off with that song, and I have to say, I am a DJ, and I've had your music, years, okay, years.
Oh, wow.
Now,
Appreciate it.
Oh, most definitely. And, you know, the big thing that I like to do is I like to make sure that I purchase all the music that I play. So, you know, it's always funny when they talk about, hey, you can't play that. You don't have the copyrights and everything else. No, I don't own the copyrights, but I paid for that music. But
Right.
that's neither here nor there. So how have you
Yeah.
been? How have you been doing?
I'm blessed, man. I'm good. We all had a challenging year last year, and I guess part of this year too. But I don't really have too many complaints. I've been kind of moving and shaking, and I'm healthy, making music, and so I'm good.
All right, that's fantastic. Now, how did you do? And I want to know from a personal standpoint, how did you do during the COVID season? What were some of the things you were doing to get through last year?
Yeah, it was funny because I had a lot of time to obviously, like everybody, recorded a lot of music and kind of fine tune some things. It's good to have a few different streams of revenue. Radio helps out a lot, so
Right.
I was able to get a lot done. I actually, there's crazy. Like I would say during that pandemic, I got probably a lot of things kind of popped off more, from a business standpoint, from a kind of a business standpoint.
Right.
And so that what you kind of couple that with, product and live shows, it all kind of works out. But I can't complain, man. Like I said, and we want to. I heard you earlier, talking about vaccinations and all that. We just want to get past it. What
Right.
can we do to get past a sickness? It's not really rocket science. Like it's,
No, it's not.
you
No, it
know,
is not.
you know.
Yeah, it's most definitely. We usually, about the first few minutes of the show, I talk a little bit about health and whatnot because this is just something that we want to make sure that people are aware of. There's so much misinformation out there, and it's
Right,
sad. It's
man.
sad.
Beyond
It's sad.
sad.
Now, did you do any performances via? I know everybody that was in the music industry was doing performances through Zoom and so forth. Did you do any of that?
I did, man. I did some. I didn't really go ham with it like a lot of people did. I had some. I did some live streaming. I actually had a couple of events with like Tempe Center for the Arts out here. Pretty nice venue. They do a lot of live shows, but they did this live streaming series, and I was on that. Had a full band. The sound quality was great. The production and the visual was great. And I did one at Harvell's actually in Santa Monica, which is a well-known jazz venue. They do live shows all the time. But
Right.
my man Alan Gray out there had to join when we did the live stream. And that was a excellent production, sound quality. So I didn't do the at home thing because actually, I did a couple of private joints on the Zoom
Right.
when I got everything set up. But I didn't really just I didn't go too far with the Zoom concerts because to me I'm about quality. My thing is like if it's not going to be the top notch quality that you're normally going to give your supporters, then why are you doing it? And then also it's one of the things where you can take that time to perfect your craft and take that time to work on some things. You don't
Yes.
always have to be out there, playing on. When it comes back, we'll be back ready to go.
Right, right. And, I was just telling everybody that you were out here in San Diego and put on that concert, and I got to tell you, that was fantastic, man. That was
Uh,
amazing.
Now this is kind of crazy, but I heard you mention that. I actually think you got me mixed up with my man Elon Troutman. though. That wasn't me.
Oh, my goodness. You know what? You are correct. You are
I,
correct.
I was gonna let that slide, but the second time I'm like I gotta go on and correct him, man. That was the other chocolate brother on sax.
Yes, yes, yes. You are correct. You are correct. We've been running up and down, my wife and I, with our media. We've been running up and
Yeah.
down to Los Angeles and so forth, and I've been seeing people all over the place.
Oh yeah.
I have to apologize. I have to apologize.
No,
But
but to add to that, I am going to be out in San Diego, and the venue there's going to be a venue change. I'm 99% sure it's going to be at that same venue that Elon was just at. So
okay.
just got word on that.
And are you working with Snap?
Yep. Yep.
There it
We were
is.
supposed to
There
be
it
at
is.
Humphreys, man, and I don't know what's going on with them over there. So I think we're going to have a venue change type of situation.
And I'll tell you, the venue that Elon was at is fantastic. You're gonna love it. It's outdoors,
I heard.
so
Yeah.
the guests were fantastic. The people that were serving and everything else. The hotel is
Wow.
fantastic. So it's going to be fun. You definitely need to make sure. Well, I'm already on your page, Facebook, as well as your
Hmm.
website. I will know when you are heading that way, and we're going to be out there to
Yeah.
cover it because we work with Snap and cover all the events that he does and whatnot. So
Yeah.
I am looking forward
Yeah.
to that. I'm looking forward to that.
It's
Um,
gonna be nice.
I'm gonna give everybody real quick. I'm gonna give them another song, and I gotta say that I started off with "Driven." All right, and I
Hmm.
have to say I love all your music, but "Driven" is my number two song. Okay, I'm
Remember, I
saving
was
the
gonna say
number
number
one.
one.
Yeah, I'm saving the number one for a little bit later. But I want to give everybody another little bit of Jay White. Yeah. Right now we're playing Woodward Avenue. And the nice thing that I like is the fact that the first song, Driven, was a little smooth. This one gives you a little harder beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More edgy.
There it is. There it is. You know? Yes. Yes. And if everyone is loving this, you got to make sure that you look for his music. Where can they find your music at? What platforms?
Yeah, anywhere you download digital music, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, let's go Tidal, CD Baby, anywhere you can download and stream music, Spotify, I'm on there,
All right.
all
Excellent.
my
Excellent.
stuff.
So I wanted, it was interesting when I was looking at your bio. I was like, okay, do, what do I call this man? A saxophonist?
Hmm.
You know, is he a songwriter, producer? What should I go with? I had to add them all in there. I want you to tell us,
Yeah.
how long have you been in the music industry?
Well, I've been in the industry for about, man, I really count maybe a good maybe 12 years or so. Like I started playing professionally, a while back, like, back in like 2000, 4 and 5 when I graduated college. And I've always been kind of, you know, playing with bands outside of my music degree and all that kind of stuff. But
Okay.
as far as trying to be like a solo artist and putting out music and trying to get shows and all that, it's really started in like 2007. So
Gotcha.
it's been a little minute.
Right.
And so like, I was in Arkansas for like 10 years, and, kind of just worked my way up and it got to that Warren Hill Sax Summit in 2013 and kind of opened a lot of doors for me. And I've been kind of just kind of riding that wave since then.
And what's interesting is when you say about 2007, I can, now I don't use them anymore, but I could run downstairs. I've got a case full of CDs. You remember
Yeah.
those?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I've got,
CDs, huh?
yes, I've probably got your first CD from 2007 when you came out with your first album. You
Are you
know?
serious? That Melodies from My Heart?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
I can't believe that.
what's interesting is the fact that I've always been into jazz, and
Okay.
I love to listen to jazz when I'm at work. It just mellows me out. I don't have to worry about stressing on the way
Yeah.
home and so forth. I just get in a zone. And then because how jazz affects everybody,
Hmm.
you know, if I was going on a date and driving, oh, there was some jazz playing.
Oh
Okay?
yeah.
There was
For
some
sure.
jazz playing. You know,
Set the mood.
yes, most definitely, most definitely. So I could run down and get it, but I don't even know what the case is. It's in the garage somewhere. Like you said, everything's streaming now.
Yeah,
Everything's
yeah.
streaming.
I'm just kind of crazy. I'm impressed that you even know about that. Not many people know about that first CD. It didn't get really much play, and I was just starting out. I had no idea about proper promotions and all that kind of stuff.
Right. But because like I said, I've been a DJ since '95, and
Okay.
with doing that, a lot of events, corporate events, and businesses and so forth, jazz is the way to go when you're just having some background music. So
Yeah.
any jazz artist that was coming out, things that were going on, I was making sure that I had it. You know, I was making
Gotcha.
sure that I had it. So you were among some of the first CDs. Well, you started the CDs way back, and it started with crates and records and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
You didn't press any of those, right? You're
I
not
didn't
that
not
old.
impressed nothing. Not that old, man. Not there yet. I had tapes though. I'm in the age bracket where we had tapes and stuff where you had
Oh,
to rewind it.
we're not gonna talk about that. My wife still wants to play tapes. She makes sure
Oh
every
really?
car she still gets got a
Are
tape
you
player.
serious?
I tell her don't say that out loud. Don't let people know that.
Right.
No. So
Yeah.
so now, how long have you been a songwriter?
I started really writing songs, New Jazz Swagger CD. So that was about 2010, 11, 12.
Hmm.
And that CD, that's when I kind of really started getting into more original stuff. And I work with a few producers, but a lot of them I did kind of on my own, like coming up with the melody, the melody lines and everything. So 2010, like that, a New Jazz Swagger record, a lot of that stuff on there, that's when I started really tapping into songwriting and getting more original stuff like that.
Oh, and you mentioned New Jazz Swagger. All right, everybody, here you go.
Oh man.
Go ahead, you got time. They're listening to music. They're all right. Go ahead and fix your light.
Yeah, I don't know. Close out.
This is the New Jazz Swagger from Jay White. Y'all can listen to that while he takes care of some technical issues.
Well, you see some. I need another USB port.
I'm just going to give y'all a little bit of album art. This is Mr. Jay White. I was just giving them a little bit of album art while you were working on that.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff plugged in over here, man.
I'll give just a little bit more. Yeah.
That's my good side.
Yes. So now my next question for you, because I know, like I said, I wanted to go through and figure out, okay, what do I say? Who is this man, and so forth. Now, when did you start producing the music?
Definitely more so on this Fearless record. Uh, so it's been like a matriculation, man. I started out just kind of learning things, but like on Fearless, I did a lot of production, a lot of producing on like Just Ride, the song on the record. I pretty much played keys on that, and I produced pretty much that whole thing. It features Nick Coleon. Obviously, I didn't play guitar, but so yeah, I first got into really producing on the Fearless record, and I put out a few singles within the last year. Finally got my home studio set up, and so like on one of my singles, Reborn, I just released on my birthday actually, and I played everything on there. I just pretty much produced the entire thing.
Right. And I just want to say real quick, there's some individuals. There are a lot of people on. Like I said, we got Jerome Marshall. I know you know that.
That's my guy.
Young man is. Yes.
Yeah, that's my guy.
And then we've got, let's see, Marsha Brown is still with us. Jerome Marshall.
Mother-in-law.
Kay Dangerfield is coming in. She always comes on to the show and listens with us and so forth. We've got some other individuals here, and they are just showing out. They're just showing out. What I understand is they are enjoying it and loving it. They want me to play the music a little bit louder, and I'll do that. I just don't want to blast them out. But what I want to do right now is just give them a little taste of what it's like to be there with Jay Wright at an event. Yeah. I just want everyone to see what it's like being at one of your concerts and so forth. Now,
Yes, sir.
the last piece of it, I know I was saying to you, yes, you told us about musician. Rather, you told us about songwriter and producer. I want you to tell us, as a musician, what are all the instruments you play?
Obviously all the saxophones, alto, soprano, tenor, barry. Play some keys, piano. I mean, I wouldn't call myself like a virtuoso, but I play keys, pretty decent. Write songs, and you can't really graduate with a music degree without knowing how to play piano on a certain level. So
Right.
there's that. And that's really it. I mean, obviously I've messed around on drums and stuff like that, but I'm trying to pick up some other stuff like flute, mess around with guitar. But yeah, I would pretty much claim all the saxophones and just piano.
And that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Now, do you sing at all?
Nah, I can't sing, man. I sound good in the shower, but when I get out of there, it just seems like it's not the same. So
I got you. I got you. Well, I
yeah,
want to just put it out there. If you ever need any other backup band members, I play a mean set of spoons. Okay, so
spoons. Okay, nice.
spoons.
Not forks,
So
just spoons.
yeah, just spoons. So if you ever need, let me know. I'll hit the road with you and whatnot. We'll make that happen.
Man, you know what? The way music is going nowadays, that might be what we gonna end up having to do.
Nah, with what you guys do, it's fantastic, and the music is great. Now, how do you like being back out doing live stuff?
Yeah, I love it. I just hope that we continue to do it. I hope they don't shut it down again. But I love it, man. It's crazy because when things started opening back up, the schedule was kind of like okay, and then stuff just started rolling in, and then like the last part of like the last I would say 6 months of the year is pretty full to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start putting some of that stuff in 2022 because it's getting to the point where I don't want to overdo it.
Right, right,
But it's been great, man. I just did a nice little stint on the East Coast, a couple of weeks back to back. And so I got some stuff coming up here. Obviously, actually, I'll be out there in Utah this weekend. My man Jerome has an event out there, so my
okay,
first time visiting Utah. So looking forward to that. But yeah, it's been great just to get back on stage and get with live bands, and I had some great connections out there in Virginia, the Tin Pan and the Garage and Syracuse, and so it's just been great crowds. Tin Pan was pretty full, man. That was decent for the simple fact that it was right out of the pandemic. Ticket sales were pretty good, and the energy was just awesome. So I'm just excited to be out there and keep building what I'm doing.
right, right. The one thing that I think is fantastic is that you're able to travel around the world, do what you enjoy, and allow people to love what you're doing. So,
Oh,
now,
exactly.
whenever you're in front of a crowd, how does that feel?
You know what, man? It's really, I would have to describe it as magical. I mean, that might sound corny, but it really is, man. I mean, it's one of the things where when I first experienced that, it might have been like as a professional. It might have been back around 2007. Going back to like age 15 when I had my first little solo and jazz band at 15 at one of the competitions. There was people there. They really into it. They clapped and everything. So, but on a professional level, just to be on stage and to just to get that energy, man, connect with people, and they're just like having a good time, clapping, nodding their heads, and if they, now I go to places sometimes and they actually know the song. I'm like, I can't believe y'all know the song, y'all. Yeah, I'm not used to that, so it's it's refreshing that you write music and you play music and people actually not only do they listen to it, they remember it.
Right,
It's important enough for them to remember. That's a huge compliment.
right, right. Now, the the one thing that I wanted to ask was, you have a beautiful family. How many
Hmm.
children?
Two children. I got a son and a daughter.
Now,
Daughter is 10.
hmm
So
is
great.
is she into music?
She just started in band actually. She plays the flute. So
Okay,
this is like her third week. So she's always, expressed. She's like, I would say she's just extremely, bright and just even beyond just music stuff. Most people meet her. She kind of walks into the room and lights the room up, and
right, right.
people are drawn to her and stuff like that. But she's actually impressing me right now with how serious she's taking this. I mean, she's
Okay,
practicing the flute on her own, and she's like, she got a new case, and yeah, she's like serious about this. But
That's
so
fantastic.
yeah,
It's nice if she walks in your footsteps, so to speak. Yeah.
yeah. And then my son is 5, and he's yeah, you can't tell him nothing. He's actually another like yeah, he got the juice. I mean, he's on that piano, man, and he like
Oh,
I'm teaching him piano, and he knows like 4 scales. He knows how to play like little songs like Mary Had a Little Lamb and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, all that stuff. And like when I teach him something, we come back, he like doesn't forget it. So he's
right.
definitely showing me some stuff at age 5. That's crazy.
So they got that part of the gene.
They got that part of the gene for sure. Yeah, they didn't skip that.
Now I saw. I want to say hi to your mother-in-law, Marsha Brown.
Yeah,
Hello.
so I was
She said
telling you,
on
yeah.
there. Yep. She said, "I'm his mother-in-law. She is proud about you."
Yeah, yeah.
She was
Mother-in-law of 16 years. Yeah.
okay. Oh, 16 years. Fantastic. Fantastic. Um, now, one thing that I want to ask is, and I know you might get asked this a lot. Who, and not to put you on the spot, I'm not going to say who is the most favorite, but who are some of the people that you would like to work with in the future? We're
That
gonna
is
put
an
it that
interesting
way.
question.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite saxophone players of all time is Kurt Whalum. I mean, he's a lot of people's favorite sax player. So, I mean, I'm not even sure he plays flute and stuff like that too, obviously. But I mean, just to be on a song with him would be like crazy. So, Kurt Whalum. Uh, you know, uh, who else? I mean, it's kind of a tough question, because I have worked. I've been blessed enough to work with a lot of people that I do like.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
you know, so. Who else?
I just want you to put it out there in the atmosphere so that they hear this and they're like, you know what? I got to contact him. I got to
Well,
contact him.
since we doing that, on the next record, I'm trying to get Selena Albright on there,
Th-
some vocals.
there you
You
go.
know, yeah, I'm trying to get Selena on there. Brian Simpson on keys. I want to do something with him. So Lynn Roundtree is my guy out of Detroit, trumpet player, which I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen. But since we putting it out there, Lynn, if you get wind of this, I want to do a record with you, man.
Hey,
So
hey, most
uh,
definitely,
there's
most
tons of
definitely.
cats, man. There's tons of cats.
And I know that you're holding back. You want to say Thomas Howard on spoons, and it's okay. It's okay. You can hold back. It's all right.
Spoons and triangle. I bet you play a mean triangle too.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. That's when I'm not throwing that stick across the room trying to hit so hard. But, um, now where do you see yourself musically in say 3 to 5 years?
Man, I want to go all the way to the top, man. And when I say to the top, I just mean the best version of myself as a musician and person.
Excellent, excellent.
I want to be traveling the world. I want to be have even more songs on the radio. I'm working on the album now, which is halfway done. So I plan on having the next album out next year. And so 3 to 5 years, more music under my belt. Hopefully more supporters and the fan base growing. And I just want to like I always say this thing is like I don't plan to retire. I want to be sitting here talking to you when I'm like 70 and playing the saxophone just like some of my idols. So
Good,
yeah,
good,
I just want to keep getting better and better, man.
good. Well, if you're talking to me, I'll probably be somewhere around 90, and hopefully we'll still be here talking. I just wanted to put
Yeah,
up a couple of pictures of your album so people
nice.
can see those, and know, hey, these are what I need to look out for. Just make
There you
sure
go.
wherever you're going, whatever you're searching, Jay White, okay?
Hmm.
He's Jonathan White, but Jay White. And make sure that you get these albums. I'm going to give you guys two more songs. And these two songs are my number 1 and 3. The next one I'm going to play
Mm.
is my third song, okay? Because it just, um, they make me just feel good. They make me feel very good. And it's something that I enjoy. This is from The Reloaded. You Make Me Smile.
Nice. I was wondering which one.
I'll say again, what I love is the fact that within the jazz genre, what I pick up with you is just the diversity of the playing. You know, like you had the
Right.
smoothness, and then you had the edginess and so forth. And again, you know, music is something that can make people just get into their souls and the way that they
Right.
feel. And that's what I
Mm-hmm.
love about the fact of being a DJ. And that's what actually,
Right.
got me into doing that, because of the fact, no, I'm not an artist from the musical standpoint, but I'm still able to use that music to affect
Yeah.
people and so forth. And as they talk about, a lot of times you hear them say that music is universal,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to say it truly is. It truly is.
It is.
Now,
Yeah. You're
I,
right.
I want you to, for individuals, let's say some young people that are looking at getting into the music industry, I want you to give them a few choice words.
Yeah. Just to kind of piggyback on what you said is, first of all, just be authentic, for sure. Be true to yourself as a person and as a musician, and don't look to your left and don't look to your right. Look straight forward. Also, nobody can. This may sound cliche, but nobody can do you better than you. Um, don't get insecure. I know that's easier said than done. Sometimes as musicians, you can put a lot of pressure on yourself, but at the end of the day, I had to learn that over time. It's just music, and at the end of the day, it's about making people feel good. It's about connecting with people. It's not about showing off. It's about literally people putting on your records and wanting to continue to listen to them, and putting them in a place where they feel good. So if you remember those type of things when you make music, and you'll be successful, and you'll actually have fun, and you'll enjoy it.
Excellent, excellent. Now, the one thing I want to do is I want to put up how everybody can reach out and connect with you and so forth. Those of you that want to
Yeah.
get his information there, you'll get to his team through the phone number that you see there. Uh, the email is there, his website. Okay, make sure you go to the website and sign up so that you know when he's going to be performing and where.
Mm-hmm.
Follow him on Facebook, facebook.com/jwhitesax,
Mm-hmm.
and then IG at Team J White. Okay,
Yep.
you can definitely make sure that you connect with him, and so forth. Now, someone wanted to know, okay, what is your favorite song that you've done?
I would have to say "Driven." "Driven" is
Okay,
my favorite song.
all right.
It really is. It's and it's not just because it was probably my biggest song so far. With it peaked at number 18 on the Billboard charts, and it was the first song that ever got added to Watercolors on the Sirius XM, and so
Yeah.
obviously that's special to me. But
Yes.
I just like that song because you know I got the track sent over from Jeff Kennedy out of Detroit, great producer. We both co-wrote and co-produced that song, and it was just a great driving groove and beat to it, and I was just at peace when I did. It didn't take me long to come up with a melody to it, and with some of the ad libs, and if you listen to the end of that song, the solo work at the end was just kind of like, I feel like it was some of my most authentic in the moment playing. So,
Yes.
"Driven" is definitely, man, it's one of my joints, my favorite.
And you know what I could sense at that end, like you said before, in your bio, the passion, that you enjoy what you're doing, and you give it all. It
Oh
was
yeah,
just fantastic, fantastic.
yeah.
So um, I want to thank you for being here with us. What we're going to do is I'm going to let you and everybody know that my favorite song, and I'm going to play that here in just a second. Um, my number one, as I said before, is from Jay Wright's Reloaded, I Like It.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
John, I got to say thank you so much for being here with us. I'm going to let that music
Thank
play
you.
a little bit while we go on and sign off. But I want to say, can't wait to see you here in San Diego. My
Yes, sir.
apologies, getting everybody
Sounds all
confused
good.
and so forth.
You work with a lot of artists, man. You know, start
Yeah.
running together after a while.
Yeah, we get out there, and like you said, all that chocolate.
Yeah. You know what time it is, man. We in the same group. It's all good.
That's it. So once again, thank you so much for being here with us. We definitely enjoyed you, and I wish you blessings, safety, and much, much more success.
So thank you so much for having me on, man, and blessings to you as well.
All right, sir. We'll take care.
All right.
Everybody, I just want to say, thank you. Facebook, I'm going to tell you once again, this music is playing because we had the actual artist on with us. So don't be silly, okay? I hope everyone goes out and gets John White's music. You can hear it right here, and you can see that it is music that you definitely should have in your library. It's good for any time. I've been listening to his music all week long because I know we had the interview coming up. But make sure you go out and get that brother's music. I'm going to put up once again how you can get to him. All right. Mr. J. White. His phone is there, email, website, Facebook, and IG. Look forward to seeing everybody next week, Wednesday. And stay tuned for Friday's release of the podcast, Straight Talk by DJ Doc. All right, everybody. Have a good night.